Welcome to Parent University. I'm Sue Hahn, and I am at Angel Park with one of my favorite characters, Rapunzel. Welcome to our summer show. Let's get started. Angel Park is an all-inclusive playground and amphitheater facility in Perry Hall. The park was built in memory of baby Ryan Zeisboer, whose family had the idea to build a place that would be a positive, safe, and peaceful area that every child and family could enjoy. Angel Park includes designs and ideas of local children and artists. And it's located right next to the Perry Hall Library. After playing at the park, you can visit the library and participate in the many activities they are hosting, or just borrow a good book. Summer is a great time of year to spend quality time with family and friends, and parks are a great place to do that. Join us as we visit Cromwell Valley Park in the northeast area of Baltimore County.
Well, coming into the park, you would visit the Nature Center, which is where we're standing now. And this place is a historic house, basically. The section we're in now was built about 1860, and as you walk through the Nature Center, you get to 1880s. Finally, you emerge into 1940. But so it's a repurposed farmhouse. So we've tried to make nature discovery nooks everywhere you look. So there's animals inside, native critters that you can take a look at, sometimes get a chance to touch. There's a nature discovery room in the midsection of the house, and then as you go further to the last section is where we do a lot of cooking activities, because we have a lot of farming and gardening activities. Trails in the park, there's 8.5 miles of trails. All of them are blazed and marked. That means they have a color code. That means there's a legend on the side of the map. So we always recommend that people take a map when they go up here, especially if you're new. And here's why. The park itself is about 460 acres, but we're attached to Loch Raven Reservoir, which is close to 9,000 acres. Animals that we keep in the inside of the Nature Center are all native to Maryland. So you'd see a variety of reptiles and amphibians that we would have in here. Everything from box turtles to black rat snakes to gray tree frogs, bullfrogs, that sort of thing. We keep one non-native bird in here called a starling, and we keep him because, number one, you don't need a permit to have a bird like that, a wild bird, and he was captured from the wild. And a starling is an invasive species that was brought over, but what's cool about them is that they talk. Outside we have chickens, because this place was once a large farm, part of the Merrick property. If you've heard of the Franz Merrick Foundation, that family, the Merricks, were very wealthy business people in Towson, and this was their recreational farm that they would come to. So we keep chickens so kids get to see them. We use the eggs for our programs with our garden clubs. And then we have wild turkeys here, and these are from a Midwest company that will ship you fertilized eggs. So they come in a box, and then we incubated them. Wide variety of habitats here. There's old meadows and fields, which is what the park really is known for. Along with being a valley, our weather systems tend to come from the west, right? And so this is a huge migratory corridor. So this is an incredibly important place for birders. They come here from all over to see the rare birds that you would see passing through the valley. This place is a big mecca for people to come and learn about hawks, sea falcons, golden eagles during the migratory season, ravens, you name it. They come through here by the hundreds in the fall.
Be sure to visit this beautiful park sometime in the near future. Remember when you come that Ranger Kirk asked us to bring our own trash bag and to take it when we leave. This is a trash-free park. Talk about asking. Are you tired of asking your children to do their chores or to pick up after themselves? Listen in as we visit with a parenting coach sharing summer parenting tips.
Here are some tips that might help your summer go a little bit more smoothly. The first tip I'm going to offer you is get really clear on what your expectations and boundaries are for the summer. So by that I mean, think ahead. What are some things that you are comfortable with? Some things that you might want to think about are screen time use. During the school year, we have natural boundaries. Some people set things like, oh, during the school week, I'm not going to have screen time. A lot of that goes away, and now you need to think ahead about that. What are you comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? Are your kids going to have some structured time? What are their jobs and responsibilities going to be around the house? Know it inside and out, so that when you present it to your kids, there's no wiggle room. The second tip I'm going to offer you is to get in the habit of setting up a family meeting. Family meetings are a phenomenal tool to deliver information, to get together as a family, celebrate accomplishments, and they should be fun. I encourage it to not be a place of lecture of what went wrong, but more a celebration of what went right and a community. We want to encourage our kids to be part of the process and to help us to develop plans for the house. They're a great tool if you're having a family vacation. The kids can participate in that. You can review things to problem solve once you've set it up as a positive place to be. If you're unsure of how to set up a family meeting, you can check out my website. I have an article there, and there's also a lot of resources on the internet that you can refer to. The third tool or tip I'm going to give you is to stay cool, calm, and collected. Easier said than done when you've set the boundary, everyone's agreed on it, and you walk in the house and it's a total disaster. Nobody's done what you've asked. How do you react to that is key. If you come in and start screaming and yelling and carrying on, your kids are going to get the message like, oh wow, mom's out of control or dad's really lost it. That gives the kids a lot of power that, believe it or not, they really don't want. They want to look to you. You are their calm and fearless leader. I can count on this person to handle my emotions, to handle the situation at hand, and not freak out. So easier said than done, and just give yourself a break if it does not go well, get back to it. Remember, cool, calm, and collected, and unruffled. That's the way you're going to manage things. The fourth tool is effective communication. This is really crucial. When we want our kids to learn to self-regulate, in other words, we want them to be able to manage their life without having to hold out punishments and consequences and rewards all the time. Those are extrinsic motivators. They're things outside of the child. You want your child to learn to become motivated to do the things that you would like them to do because they want to, or they're motivated intrinsically to do that. You do that by encouraging three things: autonomy, competency, and relatedness. Autonomy is just what it sounds like. You want to give your kids lots of age-appropriate ways to manage their life. So can they choose their activity? Maybe they can help plan a meal, those types of things. Competency, make sure you're connecting for them. So you've set up these boundaries, you've set up these expectations. If they're meeting them, connect that for them. Hey, you know what? I laid this out for you, you did it, I know I can count on you, or your hard work really paid off. Those are great things to do. That last piece, the relatedness piece, is where this effective communication connects, because relatedness is, do I feel connected to my family? Do I feel part of the group? And how we communicate to our child is really crucial in setting up that relationships. So my last tip is about you, self-care. What are you doing this summer to take care of yourself? The first part is, how are you being mindful? So you're gonna mess up. We all do. We're gonna lose our cool, we're gonna yell and wish that we hadn't, or say things we don't mean. We're very good at beating ourselves up. I'm the worst parent ever, it's never gonna be any better, my kid's a mess. Talk kindly to yourself the way that you would a best friend. Set up some time each week, preferably even if you could do a little bit each day, but I know we're all busy. What are you going to do that fuels your tank? Whether it's take an hour and read a book, take a bath, go for a walk, meet a friend for coffee, meditate, yoga, whatever works for you to fuel your tank is what you should be doing, and that will help you to become a better parent and to stay cool, calm, and collected in those moments when maybe things aren't going well.
Wow, I love that self-care message about taking time for ourselves this summer. Well, that does it for this edition of Parent University. If you have a topic of interest to share, please contact us at parentu@bcps.org. Over the summer, please check the Parent University resources on our website. And if you're moving, please remember to register early. We'd like to know you're coming. Thank you for joining us. Have a memorable summer with your family. And remember, there is power in family engagement.
S is for making science projects.
U is for using Parent University resources.
M is for making art.
M is for making music.
E is for eating healthy.
And R is reading a good book. Read, read, read.